Rediscover your past by digitizing your family's memories with LEGACYBOX. Watch until the end of this video to find out more about preserving your legacy, and then visit legacybox.com/recollection. By 1949, the United States population had started to boom, reaching roughly 149 million people. The Cold War was no longer just a theory, it was real. At the same time, television, music, and pop culture were rapidly reshaping everyday life in new ways. This is the year 1949. On January 5th, President Harry Truman introduced his domestic agenda, known as the Fair Deal, aiming to expand Social Security, raise the minimum wage, and improve housing and civil rights. By January 25th, the first ever Emmy Awards ceremony took place in Hollywood. The awards were created to celebrate excellence in the still new medium of television. On February 2nd, golf champion Ben Hogan was seriously injured in a near-fatal car accident near Van Horn, Texas. The crash would threaten his career, but ultimately lead to one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. A strange story captured national attention on February 22nd, when Grady the cow became stuck inside a silo in Yukon, Oklahoma. This turned into a nationwide media sensation, with the cow eventually being freed 3 days later. On March 1st, heavyweight boxing legend Joe Louis officially retired, ending his dominant career that included 25 successful title defenses over the course of 12 years as the champ. This is the longest reign as a champion of any boxer in history. The very next day, on March 2nd, the B-50 Superfortress, dubbed Lucky Lady 2, completed the first non-stop around-the-world flight, refueling mid-air and proving the growing reach of modern aviation. By March 30th, actor Robert Mitchum was released from a prison farm after serving 50 days for marijuana possession, a scandal that briefly shook Hollywood. On March 31st, RCA first introduced the 45 RPM record, a durable and affordable format that helped revolutionize the music industry. A major global alliance was formed on April 4th, when the United States and 11 other nations established NATO, creating a unified front against Soviet expansion during the Cold War. On May 12th, the Soviet Union lifted its blockade of West Berlin after nearly a year of tension and a massive Allied airlift. By May 27th, a 22-year-old Marilyn Monroe posed for a nude photograph that would later become iconic. It would also nearly derail her early career. She was paid just $50, but the photo would go on to be used in the very first issue of Playboy magazine. An unusual personal stunt began on May 31st, when Charlie Lupica climbed onto a small platform atop a 60-foot pole, vowing to stay there until the Cleveland Indians won the pennant. He remained there for 117 days before giving up and coming down. On June 8th, George Orwell published 1984, a novel that introduced the world to Big Brother. Television continued to evolve on June 24th with the debut of Hopalong Cassidy. This show is widely considered the first TV Western series. On August 3rd, the Basketball Association of America and the National Basketball League merged to form the National Basketball Association, creating the foundation for the modern NBA. On August 16th, Gone with the Wind novelist Margaret Mitchell died from injuries she sustained from being hit by a car as she crossed Peachtree Street in Atlanta as she was walking to the movie theater. A major shock came on September 23rd, when President Truman announced that the Soviet Union had successfully detonated an atomic bomb, accelerating the nuclear arms race. On September 26th, the modern Hollywood sign replaced the original sign that said Hollywoodland. This new sign would become a landmark and an American icon. On October 26th, President Truman signed legislation raising the federal minimum wage from 40 cents to 75 cents an hour, reflecting post-war economic changes. By November 25th, Gene Autry's version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer hit the charts, quickly becoming a holiday classic. The song was adapted from a poem written by a Montgomery Ward copywriter named Robert May. On December 25th, one of the first television adaptations of A Christmas Carol aired. The low-budget 30-minute production was narrated by Vincent Price and also included a 9-year-old named Jill St. John, playing one of the Cratchit daughters. Recollection Road and LEGACYBOX both believe it's important to preserve the past. If you're like me, there's a box of your family's treasured home movies and photos tucked away somewhere, and LEGACYBOX can help you preserve them digitally. The process is a simple and safe solution for converting your home movies and photos to thumb drive or to the cloud. Just send in your LEGACYBOX filled with old VHS and camcorder tapes, film reels, and pictures, and get back digital copies that can be easily enjoyed, shared, and kept organized. It's that easy. LEGACYBOX is trusted by over 1 million people, and it's all done right here in the USA. Get started preserving your past today. Go to LEGACYBOX.com/recollection to get an incredible 55% off. Buy today to take advantage of this exclusive offer and send in your memories when you're ready. Go to LEGACYBOX.com/recollection to save 55% while supplies last. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and make sure to check the description of this video for links to pick up a t-shirt. Thank you to our loyal Patreon supporters listed here. Visit patreon.com/recollectionroad to join the club.